Senator Jeff Merkley, representing the great state of Oregon, is on the line with us. Merkley, merkley.senate.gov is his website. Senator, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Tom. Good to be with you.
Great to have you here. You are working on the Disclose Act. Tell me about this.
Well, this is the basic principle that when large donations occur, everyone should have a right to know where the money's coming from. It's straightforward. It's the best, nearest available response to Citizens United. And I hope we can pass it tonight.
Well, here's a question I have. The Republicans seem to be all over this. If you're going to vote, you've got to show an ID thing. You know, we're both familiar with that. Why would they, if there's so much all about knowing who the voters are and having people show ID, why is it that if you're going to spend thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars on an election, they don't want to see your ID?
Well, it's changed so much. Just a few years ago, they were saying, we think there should be unlimited donations, but full disclosure, unlimited disclosure. Well, they got the unlimited money out of Citizens United, and suddenly disclosure, they're the 180-degree U-turn.
Yeah.
And it's clear. They looked at the fact that the vast bulk of that money is coming into their coffers and said, well, so much for principle. We're gonna seize the moment here and not let people know where it's coming from.
Well, not only that, they already have law on their side in a partisan fashion, in as much as in 1947, the Taft-Hartley Act required all unions to disclose any of their political activities in full to the Department of Labor as a public document. So any union expenditures are already fully divulged, but corporations now, since Citizens United, they can play in the same playing field, but corporations don't have to and billionaires don't have to divulge this stuff.
No, it's a great point because there's really the two sides here. There's the donations into the independent expenditures, and there's the actual activity itself. And really, both are sheltered on the corporate side right now.
Right, and the activity on the union side is not. It's
when you think about it, here is the company boardroom. I keep going back to this number that scares me. I think about Exxon in 2008. If they'd spent 3% of their net profits, they would have spent as much money on the presidential campaign as the rest of America put together.
Wow.
That's the type of vast wealth that can buy these elections and run our republic.
Yeah, I was going to say that, kiss America goodbye. That is not the kind of America that the founders envisioned. So tell me about the politics of this. How do you expect this to go down in the Senate? I know that a Disclose Act was passed out of the House a couple of years ago successfully, made it to the Senate, got more than 50 votes. So according to the Constitution, it should have become law. But because of the filibuster, it never actually got a vote.
Yes, we got 59 votes twice to shut down debate and get to a final vote. We were one vote short. We needed one Republican to cross the aisle,
right?
One profile and courage, and we didn't get it. And I'm think maybe we'll see a couple folks cross the boundary tonight, but probably not the 60 total that we need.
Do you think that this would be worth Harry Reid pulling the nuclear option? Is it time to end the filibuster?
Well, it's certainly time to turn this into a talking filibuster that I think we should be on this a few weeks and let the American people really see where the obstacle is coming from here. And at any moment that there isn't someone on the floor who wants to speak to it, we automatically go to a final vote. And that there is the potential of doing that under our rules, but we'd have to sit down and be engaged in it for a couple of weeks and have the citizens turn out in a grassroots fashion and say this really matters.
Right.
One of the things that I'm wrestling with right now is that in many ways our grassroots groups are saying, well, this is the Disclose Act. That's a little bit light. What we really want is a constitutional amendment, and I understand where they're coming from.
Sure.
But this would help build momentum if we could have some massive protests shining a light in the darkness on where the money's coming from and build the momentum into a force. We might have a shot at that constitutional amendment, but
sure.
But right now we don't.
Yeah, you very often in politics you take steps. I mean, it's we didn't go from the end of slavery to the Civil Rights Act in 1 year. It's
right.
unfortunately, tragically, but it does take time. And
you know, I find this is an issue that resonates so much in my town halls. I've done 140 of them since I was elected. And when people understand that the first three words of our Constitution, "We the people," are being crossed out and replaced with "We the most powerful," it pretty much makes them upset whether they're coming from the right or left.
yeah, and actually, this is one of the rare issues on which I regularly debate Tea Partiers on this program, and the ones who are not partisan Republicans. I mean, the partisan Republicans, you know, they're just all over. You know, let Karl Rove have all the secret money, and he'll make sure I get reelected. But the Tea Party folks who are more ideologically whatever, libertarian or whatever, they have no problem with that disclosure.
Well, one of the things I like to note is that our forefathers wrote "We the people" in font that was about 8 times the rest of the Constitution, just to remind the Supreme Court and remind the people what this is all about.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, 5 justices on the Supreme Court didn't seem to pay attention.
Yeah, I would agree, and so does the dissent. Mr. Stevens, or Justice Stevens' brilliant dissent in Citizens United. Senator Jeff Merkley, the last question here? What can we do? What can our viewers and listeners do right now to help this pass?
One thing you can do is sign the petition. We've had a 250,000 signed in the last few days. I've got it on my website at jeffmerkley.com.
Okay.
So that's one way to access it. But and quite frankly, I mean, I wish tonight, when we were in all night tonight, I wish we had a few thousand people outside shining lights in the darkness to accentuate this. But we're going to have a grassroots movement that says we've got to shine light on these vast pools of dark money.
Right. And I would assume one other thing people could do is call their member of Congress.
Absolutely. Call, write, show up at their town halls.
Right. There you go. Okay, Senator Jeff Merkley from Oregon, thank you so much for being with us, Senator.
Thank you, Tom.
And I wish you the very best. You're one of the good guys. Thank you.